Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another video. This is your match reaction to today's final pre-season fixture for us as we lose to Burnley by 2-0 at our home Aku Stadium. Before we do get into this, make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section what you made of the match, the performance from the lads, and obviously, just let me know any thoughts you want to share. And also, if you haven't already voted for me in the Football Content Awards for the category Best New Creator, I'd really appreciate if you'd spare a minute of your time to go and vote for me. I'll put the link in the description to this video, and I would much appreciate all your support. Big up to every single one of you who's voted so far, and I appreciate if you haven't already, appreciate if you could go and do that for me over the weekend, for the rest of the weekend, if you can help me out. But look, we're going to get straight into then, obviously, the starting lineup. We're going to pop it up on stream for you guys whilst I go through it as well. But obviously, Goodman started in goal. Lowe, Watmore, Gooch making his debut. Then you had Sway at the back. Ben Wiles, Harness, Ruskin, Kane, Kasumu, Alfie May, of course, making his debut as well. And yes, that was the lineup for us in this one. But look, a few things that I kind of want to mention, obviously, in this lineup. Good to see Lowe start after that slight injury scare that he had. So yeah, he's all right. Gooch and May making their debuts, which is good to see, of course. Obviously, May's only just come in, but Gooch has obviously went to Austria, didn't he? A bit later than the lads, but we didn't see him at all in those 2 games in Austria. So it's good to see him, and May obviously come straight in. Wiles was made the captain again, which again, I'm not really sure what Grant is seeing in Wiles to suggest he's a captain, because he's nowhere near a captain, let me tell you that. You don't want your captain to be hiding behind opponents and not showing for the ball when you need to be doing in that position he plays. No, I don't see him as a leader at all, but I think he's just mainly filling the gap whilst Ledson gets up to speed. But yeah, it just annoying me how he's getting captain. We've got Lowe on the field, for this game. He started the game, so why not give it Lowe? You know what I mean? Why are we giving it Wiles? It was nowhere near a leader. But yeah, Ledson obviously back on the bench in this one, which was good to see. And yeah, obviously he came on, didn't he? Which is good. Got some minutes under his belt. And another notable absentee in this squad is obviously Sean Rowan, who I don't know what's happened with him, but hopefully it's not too serious, the injury that he's potentially picked. Maybe it was just a knock, but there's always somebody in there out, guys. There's always somebody that misses out. It's just so infuriating. But the bench: Nichols, Hurl, Sorensen, Ledson, as I already said, Taylor, Balker, Charles, Ladapo, Fine, of course, the new signing from Aston Villa on loan, Radulovic, our youngster Aisha, who I did a video on a few weeks back. Really do think he's a superstar. And yeah, wonder what he's going to be. I wonder how much game time he's going to get this season for us. And Dan Vost, who of course hasn't yet broken into the first team like Aisha. I say the first team, I mean like the squad. Obviously, Aisha was knocking on the door a little bit last season, wasn't he? But yeah. So yeah, look, the game, obviously start first half then. So look, I think Burnley certainly had the upper hand, and in the first opening 20 minutes, they certainly saw the better of things in that first 20. I think understandable, as they've put out a really, really strong team. They were really strong, and obviously, yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough test today. They rattled the bar in that opening 20, but it's us who should have opened the scoring, really, guys. Gooch with a brilliant delivery into the box, and it's Lowe who has a free header and completely misses the target, and he should score that. And let's be honest with you there. But yeah, that was a big opportunity, a golden opportunity for us. We didn't take it, but Goodman making a good save down to his down low to keep things all square for us. Anthony should have broken the deadlock for them, but Goodman, making a very good save. That's two great chances for each team so far in the game, and it obviously remained 1-0 going into half time. So half time did come, obviously 0-0. Look, I think it was a solid half of football, wasn't it? Both teams having great opportunities to break that deadlock, but Jolo did fail to hit the target with a free header in the box, whilst obviously Goodman saved down low to keep the visitors nearly at bay shortly after that as well. Defensively, I think we've looked good. I thought we looked good in that first half, definitely, with our midfield, obviously, and strikers working hard off and on the ball to try and get us further up the pitch. I think it's been a battle. It was a battle in that first half, wasn't it? But we've held our own, I think, so far in that first half for me. Lee Grant obviously clearly got an identity and a plan as how he wants us to play. Clear to see, wasn't it, if you watch the game. The second half started, Goodman was called upon again, pulling out another save to deny Burnley's Larson from close range with his feet. And look, obviously, Goodman did come out for the second half, and I think that kind of reiterates that I think Grant has already chosen his man. I thought he was going to be the number one for this season. People were still a bit unsure. Some Town fans were, but I wasn't. I think Goodman's come here to play. Crystal Palace want him to play. Otherwise, they wouldn't have sent him to us. If they didn't have that reassurance, we would be playing him regularly. And he proved why he should be number one with how he played in this match, by the way, as well, which we're going to get into. But Jolo obviously was substituted alongside Jay Sway as well. Good hour for both of them, but especially Lowe at the back, who looked very good in this match, in my opinion, and should have scored that goal, we know. But defensively, I thought it looked very, very good, very composed, and a big aerial presence at the back, being dominant in the air, really strong, and really good what I saw from him. Yeah, and Sway, look, I think Sway is really impressed since he's come into this first team, hasn't he? This pre-season, I think he's looked very bright, but obviously still very young, to be honest with you. But yeah, and obviously, yeah, I think now he's had those minutes under his belt hour. I think now I feel a bit more confident, going into the opener next week, that he'll be ready for that one, as he's returning to full match fitness now. And like I said, Jay Sway did very well in this match, and he's continued to impress in pre-season. But Burnley did then take the lead. Can't say it wasn't deserved, as Burnley had been the better team in this second half, and they're probably deservedly ahead. McDermott heading home for the visitors and past Goodman. There were big claims for offside from us Town fans watching the match, and yeah, for me, it did look offside. I'm not going to cry about a game like this, but it did look offside, and it should really have been ruled out, to be honest with you. But yeah, the goal stood. But from that point on, I was really interested to see what the response would have been like from us. You know what I mean? Because going 1-0 down, how are we going to respond to that? And obviously, then there were a host of changes from both sides. We made 4 changes, and Burnley made 7. So yes, they did obviously bring in a lot of their youngsters onto the field for them. But I think since Lowe and Sway went off, we went on to concede, and we haven't looked defensively as solid, which kind of speaks volumes as to how they were both playing. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that was kind of the stumbling block taking them on. But of course, I understand we needed to take Low off because he can't. Obviously, he's clearly, you know, his minutes is being managed at the moment. He's not playing much football this pre-season, but you know what I mean. So he needed to come off. So nothing we could have done about it really. It would have probably been better if we would have had somebody like Rowan to come on. You know what I mean, to fill in that void at the back, but we didn't. So it is what it is. Obviously, Goodman continuing his unbelievable form with another good save. And look, this was it. Obviously, I know he's only played a couple of matches for us, but this was his best game since joining us on loan. There's no question about that in my mind. You know, it could easily have been more goals today had it not been for Goodman. Let's not forget that. So yeah, look, Goodman certainly cemented. If anybody was in doubt before today, you certainly shouldn't be now, because Goodman for me has cemented his place as number one for the season. But yeah, obviously then just continuously making save after save after save after save, and it's just unbelievable. And his distribution was fantastic. But then Dermot obviously strikes one from the edge of the territory box that sends it into the top bins. But Goodman obviously pushes it away with a fantastic save. But then Burnley did score to double their lead. Obviously, very late on this goal, but we did concede. And with that goal, we knew we were going to be losing this match, didn't we? Goodman obviously can't keep this one out this time, as Wesley doubles Burnley's lead. And yeah, obviously the full-time whistle went, and 2-0 to Burnley it finished. But look, defeating our final pre-season game, and probably deservedly so. Like I said, Burnley applied the pressure in the second half and dominated proceedings after a fairly somewhat even first 45 minutes, I would say. Impressive game from the likes of Joe Lowe at the back before he was replaced 0-0 in the second half. Special mention as well to Goodman in goal, who was very good today. Made a handful of top saves to keep the scoreline to just the 2 goals. All eyes now on the season opener, which obviously gets underway next weekend, a week today, against Leyton Orient at home. So it'll be very interesting to see how Lee Grant has lined up for that one, won't it? But yeah, obviously the final countdown is on, a week to go. But look, just to summarise before we do head off, I think for me, being there live to watch it in person today, you know, the game, you can see that collective togetherness as a group now, really good work rate as a team, not just individually pressing, but doing it together. That's what you need. So I really like that. So, you know, that is something that I did pick up today from Lee Grant's style of play that we can expect going into the season as well. I know obviously through the highlights you can see glimpses, but I think when you're there, you can kind of judge better when you're there in person, can't you? And obviously, yeah, first time seeing the lads in action today for me, live for this pre-season. But for me, I think what I noticed throughout the match, to be honest with you guys, is there is still too much sideways and backwards football. Now, I know you can't always go forward. I'm not saying, you know, we have to go forward every single time. I'm not saying that. But I think there was too many times where we went sideways and backwards. That's what I'm saying. The intensity on the ball needs to be up to bit as well, I think, because I think that the pace they're playing at times, not all the time, but at times, it's just too laboured and too slow for me. That's what I noticed today. I want to see us be brave, you know what I mean, and go forward more, but we do seem to be very tentative. I think we're playing some nice football today, though, guys. Absolutely, that's for sure. I think I liked bits and pieces of what I saw today. That's for sure. You know, it was really, like I said, good test today. But we stood out. We stood our rope. We really stood our ground. You know, today and showed what we can do. I think also Goodman and Gooch, for me, were the standout performers for us today. Goodman was making save after save, and I also thought his distribution was good too. There was one particular ball I remember where he obviously had it at his feet and he spread the ball out to the right hand side, which set off an attack for us down the right. And obviously the winger for us, go running onto it. And so really, really good distribution and good, just fantastic saves. Unbelievable. Gooch was really solid on his debut, I thought, as well. And I like what I saw of him as he got 45 minutes. Got a very good delivery into the box, but also got back well and did his, defensive duties. But yeah, as we knew, he loves to get forward, but he also does well to get back in there to do his defensive duties as well, which I liked. May did all right today, didn't he? Without being able to influence the game too much, but some nice touches throughout. But yeah, no real chances for him. But yeah, I think obviously he's not been through the door long, has he? So yeah, but liked a few bits that he did. Thought Feeney looked good when he came in as well, by the way, guys, didn't he? Really, really should. We said it before when he came in that, when he signed for us in the summer, that this guy plays way above his years. He's 20 years of age, and I saw him first time today, and he just feels like he's been there for years and years. So composed, so calm, finding the passes, completing his passes and getting stuck in when needed as well. Really, really good performance by him, in my opinion, as well. So yes, I think that's all I've really got to say on this game, to be honest with you. Unfortunate that we lost, guys, but obviously, as long as we can start the season next weekend with a win, then that's all that matters, doesn't it? But it was good for the fitness today, and it was good to test ourselves against a team like Burnley, who obviously will be playing in the Premier League this season. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say. And obviously we came through with no real injuries. I know Ruskin did come off, didn't he? I don't know if that was going to happen anyway, but he did go down and was just brought straight off. But he obviously was able to walk off. It was only a slight little niggle maybe he got in there. Gosh, the sun's bright, isn't it? But yeah, the stage is now set for next week, where all the focus will turn to now for us. But look, unfortunately, we did lose 2-0 to Burnley today, but all is well, because we did see some good bits and pieces today from the lads, and it's all about next week. It's all about the season beginning now. It's all about achieving our ambition and goal, promotion, come next May, indeed. So yes, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, what you made of this match, and yeah, any thoughts you want to share with me, let them in down below. Love to read some of, love to go, read a few of those and reply to as many as I can. But until next time, stay safe, have a good rest of the weekend, whatever you get up to. And as always, up the town, Lee Grants, Barmy Army. I'll see you all on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye for now.